ॐ वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. I welcome all the children for today's Bhagavatam Tales session. I hope last week we had some drama festival, right? You were working on some drama,
Geeta.
whatever it may be. Hope you have done it very well. Just before the class, I was reading the essays of some kids, Samyukta, Tulasi, and Snigdha. I read 3 articles. All 3 are great. And even the previous homework that all the other kids have sent, Muralidhar, Sia, Anya, all of them are amazing articles. We are all becoming little authors now. So we'll continue from where we left in the last class. In the previous class, we were discussing about Vidura, right? Did I speak about Vidura being banished by Duryodhan from Hastinapur? Did I speak that last time? Vidura was giving good advice to Dhritarashtra and Duryodhan became angry and told Vidura to get lost from there. Okay, good. So Vidura then went to the forest. So at that time, Lord Krishna was personally present on the planet. Still, Vidura did not go to Krishna. The reason is he felt that I am not so fortunate or elevated. I am not very advanced in bhakti to go and be in the personal company of Krishna. I must first go and purify myself by traveling to different holy places of pilgrimage, taking baths in rivers, holy rivers, taking darshan of holy deities. I should first purify myself. Then I will be eligible for the personal association of Lord Krishna. So he felt like that, and then he went on a pilgrimage. And in fact, this incident where Vidura was banished by Duryodhan was actually an unfortunate incident for Duryodhan, but it's a very, very fortunate event for Vidura. The reason is that Vidura has a positive attitude and spiritual consciousness, and Duryodhan had a negative attitude and very poor materialistic consciousness. Duryodhan lost a good advisor like Vidura by checking him out of Hastinapur. But Vidura got release, liberation, relief from all the political, gymnastics that Dhritarashtra and Duryodhan were playing, right? So an event can be a fortunate event or unfortunate event, or an event can bring some good luck to us or bad luck to us. It all depends on the perspective. Okay. Now, Duryodhan, although it's very unpleasant that he has rejected a respectable elder like Vidura, who was his well-wisher, Duryodhan was thinking that I did the great thing. I did a great thing by sending this Vidura out. He's always discouraging this. So, because of his bad consciousness, he saw a negative event as a positive event, right? Now come to Vidura. Vidura had good consciousness, therefore he could see a negative event as a positive event. Vidura could have thought, oh, I lost my position. I was a respectable, honorable minister in the kingdom of Hastinapur. Now I lost my position. I don't have the honor as a mantri, as a minister there. So he could have lamented. Okay, actually, you have served somewhere for several years, and suddenly they just tell you get lost from here. That's actually a failure. That's actually a painful situation. But because Vidura had a positive attitude and spiritual consciousness, he could see such an unpleasant situation also very positively. So whether a situation is pleasant or unpleasant doesn't depend on the nature of the situation. It depends on the nature of our consciousness. You got it? When you have a positive mindset, when you have the right kind of perspective, when you have spiritual consciousness, you can see hand of Krishna in all circumstances, in every event of your life. Whether it is pleasant or unpleasant, it is orchestrated by the Supreme Lord Krishna, isn't it? We discussed the story of Mandavi Muni, you remember, long back? Mandavi Muni, how he cursed Yamaraj, and Yamaraj became Vidura. You remember all that? We discussed, right? Do you remember? Sia, Tulsi,
Yes, sir.
there is one band of dacoits who went and hid in Mandavi Muni's ashram, and
Yes, Prabhuji.
the king's soldiers came. Yeah, you discuss, right? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
That's the background of Vidura. So there also, Yamaraj lost his position and became Vidura. And now Vidura lost his position and then became a mendicant, a beggar, a wanderer, traveler, sannyasi kind of person. So, but apparently it seems like a lot of degradation and a lot of misfortune is happening in his life, but there's no misfortune because he has good consciousness. So when you have good consciousness, when you have trust in Krishna, when you have faith in Krishna's intentions and Krishna's integrity, there is absolutely no misfortune for a devotee, right? It all depends on your outlook. Now, let's see what happened when Vidura was on his pilgrimage. So Vidura was traveling to different holy places, and once he came to the bank of river Yamuna. There he met a great soul named Uddhava. You know who is Uddhava? Uddhava is a cousin of Krishna. He is in Dwaraka. Uddhava is a very close associate of Lord Krishna in Dwaraka, and Uddhava would always accompany Krishna wherever Krishna goes in Dwaraka. So Vidura met Uddhava, and Vidura felt so happy to see such a wonderful devotee of Krishna, and Uddhava also felt happy. So they both started discussing, and then Vidura naturally asked Uddhava that Uddhava, I'm not in touch with any kingdom or royal facilities. I'm not in touch with Krishna or Dwarka Vasis. I'm not in touch with Pandavas or Hastinapur Vasis. For a long time, since Duryodhan banished me, I'm just wandering in these pilgrimage sites. By that time, when Vidura met Uddhava, already Kurukshetra war has happened. Already Duryodhan, Dushasan, and all their 100 brothers died. Already our Pandavas occupied the throne of Hastinapur, right? And by the way, already Krishna departed from the planet. Okay, all this happened while Vidura was on a pilgrimage. And all these events, Vidura did not know because he is observed in his own pilgrimage. Okay, he did not know. Vidura asked Uddhava, I want some updates. Can you please tell me what's happening with your relatives in Hastinapur, in Dwaraka? Can you please tell me how Krishna is? Is he faring well in Dwaraka? Then Uddhava started speaking. Oh, Vidura, you don't even know that Krishna is not no more there on this planet. Krishna disappeared from this planet. He concluded his pastimes and left this planet. So now our Uddhava is crying in separation from Krishna. No, Krishna is not there. My dear friend is not there. He's crying. And also Vidura, knowing that, he started crying. So when somebody who is very close to us departs from us, we cry, right? That's natural. Leaves their body, we cry. But why these two devotees, Vidura and Uddhava, they are crying because Krishna departed? Will Krishna die? Uh, is there any birth or death to Krishna? Why devotees cry when Krishna disappears from this planet, when Krishna concludes his pastimes? Any answers to this question? What's the reason for Uddhava's overwhelming response here? Yes, Darsh.
Because they always want to stay with Krishna.
Okay, good answer. Next, Vibha.
I agree because of the
You
separation.
can explain as much as you want.
I agree because of the
Okay,
separation.
feelings of separation. They're missing Krishna.
And
Yes, they're missing Krishna. Fine.
because like how everyone is losing Krishna, like the loss of Krishna from this world. Like he is returning to Goloka, but if Krishna goes, that means Kali Yuga is starting. So maybe because of that.
Okay, yeah, good, good. That's a nice point. Shaurya?
I agree. I think it would cause a lot. It can be a sign of misfortune. So people might start to get worried about what's going on in the world.
Okay, good. Tulsi?
I was thinking something more of like Krishna and Uddhava's relationship was super I guess concealed more, and it was not like it was more of like close friends and like they confided in each other a
Yes.
lot.
Correct. Basically, to the degree you're close to a person, to that degree you feel bad. You start missing that person. When the relationship is not that close, for example, somebody who is very distant relative, he passed away, then someone comes and tells you, you may not have so many feelings. You may just show some kind of sympathy towards that person, but you may not have tears in your eyes. You will not become dysfunctional. It depends on the depth of relationship, correct? Yes, Mukunda, what's your perspective? You're there, Mukunda? Yes, Anya, you wanted to say something? You're raising your hand? Yeah.
I think it's because like maybe they can't like they know that Krishna is always there with them, but they can't like really see him like visibly and like like connect like play with him and stuff.
Okay, you're right. All of you are right. Now let me give a little more explanation. Actually, Krishna's appearance and Krishna's disappearance are not like birth and death of a living being. So when a living being, just take human being. A human being takes birth from a mother. Fine. And stays in a human body for whatever, 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 years, and then leaves that body. And after the person leaves the body, all the identities that the person has acquired during the lifetime are gone. For example, in this life, somebody is an engineer or somebody is a doctor. In the next lifetime, can he be a doctor? Not necessarily, right? Whatever identities, whatever roles and designations that a person is holding in one lifetime are forever gone. Okay, for the rest of eternity, they are gone once the person changes body. The form is gone. Now, the person in this life may be very short, or maybe very tall, or maybe fair or dark or thin or chubby, whatever it may be. So he has certain figure. Is that form permanent? No. Next life he may get a different form. But Krishna is not like that. Krishna, as a child, Vrindavan boy Krishna, he is remain. That form of Krishna as a child in Vrindavan is forever. It's eternal form. And as a grown-up young man, as a prince of Dwaraka, Krishna's form is eternal. Now also you can play with Krishna as a child while stealing butter. You can go and assist him in stealing butter. Or some way then Swarit can just also become little Gopas. And maybe few other kids can become little monkeys, okay, and accompany Krishna in stealing butter even today, or even after 10 years, even after 10 lifetimes, you can do that. because all the pastimes of Krishna are eternal. Okay, and all the forms of Krishna are eternal. Krishna's 1-year-old baby form is eternal. Krishna's 5-year-old boy form is eternal. Krishna's 10-year-old young boy form is eternal. Krishna forms are eternal. All pastimes are eternal. Krishna can eternally steal butter from Gopi's houses. Krishna can eternally be the driver of Arjuna in the chariot in the Kurukshetra battle. Right? There is no death for Krishna. There is no birth for Krishna. There is no ending for any of the pastimes of Krishna. Now, sun rises in the east. Is that the birth of sun? Teju? Tejal? When sun rises in the east, is sun taking birth in the eastern horizon? Tejal, you are there? No, right? So apparently, if you look at now, you just see the horizon. Sun may be rising from mountains. Does it mean that mountain is giving birth to sun? Now, if you see that same sun from a different city in the same country, or from a different home in the same city, okay, then you may feel that sun is rising from a river, or you may feel that sun is rising from trees. You see that sun is rising from mountains. You may see that sun is rising from your fields, right? Crops. That does not mean mountains are giving birth to sun, or trees are giving birth to sun, or the sky is giving birth to sun, or the eastern horizon is giving birth to sun. No, sun is just rising from there. You are seeing sun according to where you are standing at that moment. Similarly, sun sets. Okay, in the evening time, you may see if you are in the shore of a water body like a lake or a river or a ocean, sun seems to be droning in the ocean. Is sun dying? Is that the sun? Is the death of sun? Is the ocean devouring the sun? Or sun seems to be just going behind the mountains. Are the mountains devouring? Is there some kind of mechanism or machine that is just attracting the sun down and then arresting the sun within the mountain caves? No. So just like the sunrise is not the birth of sun. Sunset is not death of sun. Similarly, Krishna's appearance is not birth of Krishna. Krishna's disappearance is not death of Krishna. Apparently, he may take birth from Devaki and Vasudeva. Some other time, he takes birth from the Aditi and Kashyapa. Okay, you tell me, Krishna takes birth from who? Which other parents? I told 2 sets of parents: Aditi and Kashyapa as Vamanadev, Devaki and Vasudeva as Krishna. Yes, Swarit, tell me the names of some parents of Krishna.
I was going to say Devaki and Vasudeva.
Okay, any other pairs of parents? I'm asking a simple question. Yes, Anya, speak.
Not me.
Satvika?
Sachimata and Jagannath Mishra.
Satvika?
Sachimata
Sachimata and Jagannath Mishra, the Lord is. Yes, yes, Sachimata and Jagannath Mishra are parents of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yes, Tulasi.
Dasharath and Kaushalya.
Dasharatha and Kausalya, they are parents of Lord Ramachandra. Arjun.
Yashoda Maya and Nanda Maharaj.
Yeah,
They
this is
they
what I was
treated them like
expecting from somebody. Many people think that Krishna appeared as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva left that boy in Yashodamata's home. Actually, Yashodamata also has given birth to Krishna. There, Yashoda's Krishna and Vasudeva's Krishna merged into one. Okay, Yashoda Krishna can never see Vasudeva Krishna. Vasudeva Krishna can never see Yashoda's Krishna, but there are 2 Krishnas. Parallelly, they took birth. So when Krishna is in a 2-handed form, Krishna appeared in a 2-handed form to Mother Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj. Krishna appeared in a 4-handed form to Devaki and Vasudeva, right? So this 2-handed Krishna considers Nanda Maharaj as his father and Vasudeva as his uncle. Okay, and Vasudeva's son Krishna, 4-handed Krishna, he considers Nanda Maharaj as his uncle and Vasudeva as his father. Okay, okay, others. Yes, Tulasi, Priya, you wanted to say something?
Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi.
Yes, Satvika said something similar. So basically, the Lord appears in different forms through different parents. But are they really parents of Krishna? Can anyone give birth to Krishna? Okay. So they are eternal personalities who are acting as parents of Krishna, but actually nobody can give birth to Krishna. Whether it is the Dasarath Kausalya or okay, Dasarath and Kausalya gave birth to Lord Ramachandra. Okay. But did Ram not exist before Dasarath and Kausalya gave birth to Ram? No, Ram existed before that also. Krishna existed before becoming the son of Devaki, Vasudeva, Yashodananda also. Okay. Vamadev eternally existed even before taking birth from Aditi and Kashyap also. Now, if you see from this perspective, is Pillar the mother of Narasimhadev? Narasimhadev appeared from a pillar. So Pillar is the father or mother of Narasimhadev? Okay. Yes, Tejal. What is the Pillar? Pillar is father of Narasimhadev or mother of Narasimhadev?
None.
Huh?
Because
Neither.
because Krishna is everywhere.
The
That's
Lord can.
because Krishna is
Yes.
everywhere, and that's like one of the places
How
that
did? Yes, you are right. How did Varahadev appear? Varahadev. Narasimhadev appeared from a pillar. Varahadev, how did he appear? Anyone? Arush? Vibha?
Varahadev appeared from Brahma's, I think, left nostril.
Okay. From Brahma's nostril, Varahadev appeared. Is Brahma's nostril the mother of mother of Varahadev or father of Varahadev? No. Basically, the Lord can choose any medium to manifest. So the essential lesson that I'm speaking now is Krishna has no birth, Krishna has no death. Just as sun appears from the east and disappears in the west, Krishna may appear through some parents or through some medium, and he may disappear through some medium, but there is no birth, there is no death for Krishna. There is no birth and death for any form of Krishna, whether it is Rama, Narasimha, Varahadev, or Matsya, Kurma, any other form of Krishna has no birth, has no death. It's only appearance and disappearance. Now, coming back to our previous question, then why devotees are crying? Why devotees become so emotional when Krishna disappears? The answer is, as many of you said, they miss Krishna. That's one point. Secondly, devotees are very compassionate on common people. When Krishna is present, he ensures that there is dharma in this planet. But when Krishna is not present, people may become very adharmic. They become very irreligious. They become very cruel and violent, and they take to all kinds of bad habits and bad mentalities. They become greedy, proud, arrogant, and they trouble innocent people. So who will take care of dharma in Krishna's absence? So that's the concern of devotees. Out of that concern, devotees may become a bit emotional at times. Okay, so that's why Uddhava and Vidura, when they met here, they were being overwhelmed with separation from Krishna. Okay. Now, our dear Vidura asked Uddhava. He said that, my dear Uddhava, can you please tell me about Krishna? I'm missing Krishna. I want to know more and more about Krishna. Then in this context, Uddhava started speaking all the pastimes of Krishna right from his birth till his disappearance. So, Uddhava said how Krishna appeared as a child of Vasudeva and Devaki in Kamsa's prison cell, and how Vasudeva carried Krishna to Gokul, and in Gokul how Krishna grew up so nicely while playing with the Gopas and the Gopis, and also killing so many demons sent by Kamsa, and how eventually Krishna came to the city of Mathura and killed our who is that Kamsa, and established Ugrasena as the king of king of Mathura. So like that, Uddhava started narrating all the pastimes of Krishna right from childhood. Now Uddhava is such a wonderful devotee that even when he was just 5 years old, Uddhava would worship Krishna's deities. Right? How many of you worship Krishna's deities? Anyone here who worship Krishna's deity? Small deity. Oh, fine. Quite a few of you. So Uddhava at days of 5, he was so attached to deity worship of Krishna, his mother would call him for breakfast. Uddhava, come here, have your breakfast. I have done some pizza or noodles or whatever for you, right? Come and eat them. But Uddhava wouldn't come. Uddhava is just absorbed in his worship only with his Krishna dolls. And that's what is described in this shloka. Who will recite this shloka? Anyone? Tulsi, recite. Yah panchahayano matra
यत्पञ्चहायनो मत्र
pratar ashaya yachitah
प्रातराशाय याचितः
tannaichhadrachayan yasya
तन्निच्छद्रसयन् यस्य
saparyam balalilaya.
सपयां बाललीलया.
Saparyam balalilaya. As a little child, Yaha panchahayano, at the age of 5, our dear Uddhava is constantly absorbed in playing with Krishna dolls, and he would skip breakfast also. Now, that same Uddhava has become old now, very old. But still, his enthusiasm to glorify Krishna and remember Krishna and love Krishna did not slacken. Okay, let's recite this. Teju, you can recite. Sakatham sevaya tasya.
सकतं
Yes, Tejal, you
सेवयाम
read.
सकतं
Kalena jarasangatah
कालेन जरसंगता
पृष्टो वार्तां प्रतिब्रूयात्
पृष्ठो वातां प्रतिब्रूयात् भर्तु पादावनुस्मरान्.
Correct. Sakatham sevaya tasya kalena jarasangatah. But the passage of time, he became very old. Still, his enthusiasm to glorify Krishna did not slacken. When our dear Vidura asked him about Krishna, with great enthusiasm, he started describing Krishna's pastimes, right from beginning to end. This is what I was saying. He said that, oh, Vidura, the son of Krishna had set now. What can I speak about welfare? When Krishna is not there, where is the question of welfare? Krishna is like the ornament of all ornaments. Today, we may not have a great storyline. It's a combination or narration of all the stories of Krishna put together. So, but there is a lot of description about Krishna's beauty and qualities. You're okay with this? We will go through all Krishna's pastimes today. This is one beautiful shloka. Who will recite? Little longer one. Anyone here? Yes, Vibha. Yanmartyalilaupaikam swayoga
यन्मर्थलीलोपैकं स्वयोगा
मायाबलं दर्शयिता गृहीतम्
मायाबलं दर्शयता गृहीतम्
विस्मापनं स्वस्य च सौभगर्धेः
विस्मापनं स्वस्य च सौभगर्दः
परं पदं भूषणभूषणाङ्गम्.
परं पदं भूषणभूषणाङ्गम्.
All the childhood pastimes of Krishna which he enacted in Vrindavan, they are very attractive to even Lord Vishnu in Vaikuntha also. Even the great celestial personalities also become completely attracted to Krishna's childhood pastimes, especially. All of you also get attracted to Krishna's childhood pastimes, right? Because Krishna exhibits his complete powers even as a small child. Krishna killed so many demons in Vrindavan, right? Which weapon did he use? Can anyone say? You tell me some names of demons that Krishna killed in Vrindavan and tell me some weapons that Krishna used. Yes, Vibha?
Well, most of them he killed with his bare hands, but Arishtasura, he was like killing him, and then he ripped off Arishtasura's horn and then used his own horn to kill him.
Okay. Yes, Sia, you wanted to say something?
No, I was just gonna say he used his fists and like just threw
Yeah. Krishna used his lips to kill Putna. Krishna used his foot to kill Shakatasur. Krishna used his hands Little hands, 1-year-old baby hands, to kill Trinavarta. Okay, Krishna used his uh, all his powers when he opened his mouth and showed universal form to Mother Yashoda. Okay, it's like that. Krishna is just using his limbs, sometimes hands, sometimes legs, sometimes fists, and sometimes mouth, sometimes something else, just to kill different demons. When Aghasur opened his mouth, Krishna's entire body entered Aghasur's mouth. There, Krishna expanded. Okay, and that's how he killed. In this way, Krishna did not use Sudarshan Chakra. Krishna did not use Kaumodaki Gada. Krishna did not use his Sanga Dhanva. Means they're all names. Krishna's Gada club has a name that is called Kaumodaki. Krishna's Chakra has a name. The disc weapon has a name, that is Sudarshana. Okay, by the way, in this context, Krishna used Sudarshan Chakra in Vrindavan once. Can anyone say? When did Krishna use Sudarshan Chakra in Vrindavan? Very tricky question. All these questions you have answered very effortlessly till now, but I'm asking a very tricky question now. When did Krishna call Sudarshan Chakra to participate in his pastimes? When he was in Vrindavan as a child. You want a hint? I'll give you. At that time, Krishna was 7 years old. When he was 7, he called Sudarshan Chakra. Yes, Vibha?
I don't remember exactly how, but something to do with Govardhan Leela. I think.
Something to do with Govardhan. Okay, you're right.
Oh wait,
Satvika
I
will complete the
think
answer.
he used the Sudarshan Chakra to like shield Govardhan or something. Something
Okay.
I don't remember.
Correct. Satvika, you agree with that?
Yeah.
Satvika, that's your answer. Tejal, you same answer. Yes, you are right. So Govardhan mountain is protecting all the Vrajavasis, but who will protect Govardhan? So to protect Govardhan, Krishna called Sudarshan Chakra, and Sudarshan Chakra is just hovering above Govardhan and absorbing all the water, the devastating rainfall sent by Indra, so that Govardhan did not even become wet only. Okay, so nothing happened to Govardhan. And Krishna also called Anantasesha in Vrindavan. So can you tell me, when did Krishna call Anantasesha in Vrindavan? Anantasesha, you understand, right? The snake bed of Lord Vishnu. What was Anantasesha's role in Vrindavan? Krishna as a child. Yes, Tejal. Yeah, Tejal.
When Vasudeva was carrying Krishna across the ocean.
Across Yamuna River. That's very good. But that is like from Mathura to Vrindavan journey. Okay, during journey, Anantasesh came. But in Vrindavan, Krishna called Anantasesh once. While in Vrindavan, not during his journey. Yes, Vibha, you have something to say?
I'm not sure if it counts, but since Balaram is the same person, Balaram is basically Anantashesh. So would it count if Balaram was in Vrindavan? Because he was there
Yes,
the whole time.
that's a very, very thoughtful answer. Yes, Balram and Anantasesh are not different. But Balram is in the form of a cowhead boy in Vrindavan. I'm asking, Anantasesh in his snake form came to Vrindavan once. You want another hint? Krishna was 7 years old at that time also. Okay. I'll give you one more hint. Same Govardhan Leela. Then I cannot give. If I say anything more, I'll be giving the answer only. In Govardhan Leela, only Anantasesh came and participated. No one is able to say now also. Okay, let me speak now. Okay, Satvika.
Did he make walls around like Govardhan?
Yeah, she's right. So there are floodwaters everywhere. There's rainfall coming from above. So to protect the Vrajavasis from the rainfall coming from the sky, Krishna lifted Govardhan. But that rainfall is becoming like flood, and all the floodwaters are coming under Govardhan, right? Who will protect the Vrajavasis who are standing under Govardhan from the floodwaters coming from all directions. So there should be a wall around. Okay. Actually, when Krishna lifted Govardhan mountain, all the big rocks and some big mounds of earth fell from Govardhan and created a nice wall around Govardhan. But that was not sufficient. Then Krishna called, Anantasesh, come here. You should coil around Govardhan. You should completely coil around Govardhan and completely pack it nicely. Okay. So Govardhan just coiled and then packed all the Vrajavasis like a protective wall. And on top, there is this Govardhan mountain. And inside that, it's like a nice auditorium. So ceiling is ready, walls are there, AC effect is there inside, light is also there. Now you tell me how if Govardhan mountain is covering the Vrajavasis from top, and Anantasesh is covering from all the other directions. So how did light enter Govardhan inside it? Isn't it too dark inside? Okay, who did not speak so far? Daksha, you didn't speak anything.
Prabhuji, is the light coming from Krishna?
Light coming from Krishna. Krishna has a self-effulgent body, and even all the other Vrajavasis have self-effulgent bodies. When I asked the same question to some kids in Australia, one kid said there is a window. Our Anantasesh is just coiling, right? He just would just just give some gap in the coils like a window so that some sunlight can come inside. But actually, there is no sunlight only for 7 days. Krishna has a self-effulgent body. Anyways, so these are some special pastimes. Now, why did I say this? Let's come back to our shloka. So, Krishna's childhood pastimes, 7-year-old boy, Krishna's childhood pastimes are very attractive even to those people who are living in the spiritual planets and upper planets in the material world. And Param Padam Bhushana Bhushanangam. Bhushana means ornament. Bhushana Angam. Angam means bodily limb of Krishna. When somebody wears an ornament, say you wear a nice necklace or you wear some kind of earring, so that kind of beautifies you. You wear nice ring here on your finger. So that increases the beauty of a person. But actually when Krishna wears a ring or a necklace or a bracelet or an anklet or some kind of nose ring or some peacock feather, whatever, Krishna's beauty is not increased. The beauty of Krishna is not increased by wearing ornaments. The beauty of ornaments is increased when Krishna wears them. You understand? So therefore, ornaments are not ornaments of Krishna. Krishna is an ornament of the ornaments. Got it? Now you write an essay. I'm very excited to read all your essays in this batch. So you write an essay about Krishna's beauty. You can describe Krishna's beauty the way you want. The way you want means by quoting proper shlokas and descriptions. Okay, how beautiful Krishna is. You can just pour out all your appreciation for Krishna's beauty, whether it is peacock feather or his beautiful eyes or nose or lips or ears or legs or hands or bluish complexion or yellow dhoti or red waist belt or bracelets or murali, whatever you want to include, you include. You can add some shlokas also. So Param Padam Bhushana Bhushanangam. Krishna is an ornament of all ornaments. Ornaments don't increase Krishna's beauty. Krishna's beauty beautifies the ornaments. So in this way, Uddhava is speaking about Krishna's qualities randomly. Now, later, Uddhava started systematically describing Krishna's pastimes right from his birth. So when he was born, as someone said, who said? Tejal said just now, that Anantasesh was acting like an umbrella to protect Vasudeva and Krishna from the rain, as Vasudeva is carrying Krishna across Yamuna river. So that's how Krishna entered Gokul. Then also Krishna killed Shishupal when he went to Indraprastha. And Krishna also enlightened our dear Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. And Krishna also kind of liberated all the different warriors in Kurukshetra because they died in the presence of Krishna. Someone who leaves their body in the presence of Krishna will be liberated, right? Krishna is mercifully glancing upon them and they're seeing Krishna and then leaving this body. Who will recite the shloka? Longer one. Someone can recite the shloka. Samvid, recite. Tathaiva chanye naralokaviram.
तथैव चान्ये नरलोकवीरा
Ya ahave Krishna mukharavindam.
यः वे कृष्णमुखारविन्दम्
Netraih pibanto nayanabhirabam.
नेत्रै पिबन्तु नयनापि विरामम्
Parthastra padamapurasya.
पातस्त्रपुतपदम् अपूर अस्य
Netraihi pibanto, with their eyes they are drinking. What they are drinking? Krishna mukharavindam, the beauty of Krishna's lotus face. Nayanabhiramam, which is very, very soothing to the eyes. So while looking at beautiful face of Krishna, Parthastra while being pierced by the arrows of Partha, Partha is Arjuna, Padamapurasya, all these people attained the spiritual abode. Okay. So next, Krishna's mercy on Putana. Another very, very beautiful shloka. Who will recite this? The most exciting shloka. Yes, Varit. Ahobakiyam stanakalakutam
अहोबकीयं स्तनकालकूतं
jighamsayapayayadapyasadhvim
जिगांसया पादयपा Babaji,
jighamsayapayayadapyasadhvim.
you're cracking. Oh, I can't hear you properly.
Okay. Jighamsayapayayadapyasadhvim.
Jigamsaya payad abis asadvi.
Lebhe gatim dhatrichitam tatonyam.
Lebe gatim datri.
Okay. Kamvadayalum sharanam vrajema.
Kambadayalum sharanam rajema.
Thank you. Tulsi Priya.
I consider demons to be more than the devotees because while fighting in enmity, they die absorbed in the war.
That's fine. You can recite the shloka.
Aho
You raise your hand to recite the shloka, right?
Yes, Prabhuji. Aho bakiyam
Recite.
snakalakutam jighamsaya paya yadapya sadvi lebhe gatim datuchitam tatonyam kamva dayalum sharanam vajema.
Aho bakiyam stanakalakutam. This Baki. Why she is called Baki? She is the sister of Bakasur. You know Bakasur? In what form did he come to Vrindavan? Bakasur? Oh, some internet issue or what? I'm unable to. Yes, Satvika?
Rain.
Bakasur was crane demon. Aghasur was a python demon. Aghasur, Bakasur, and Putana. They are like brothers and sisters. Two brothers and one sister. Fine. So we know two divine brothers and one sister. In contrast to those two divine brothers and one sister, we have this two brothers and one sister. Who is that? Aghasur, Bakasur, and Putana. Okay. Who are the three divine siblings? Can anyone say? The divine counterpart. Two brothers and one sister. Who is very, very popular. All of you must be worshipping them also. Yes, Arjun.
Jagannath Baladev Subhadra.
Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. Okay. So there are two brothers and one sister who are very divine and worshipable, and here are two brothers and one sister who are always attacking Krishna. Okay. So the Bakiyam, she came by applying body, and Jighamsaya, with a malicious intention, she tried to feed Krishna. Asadhvi, she is very unchaste. She is a witch, baby catcher. Her intention is to suck the blood of babes Le gatim dhatri uchitam tatonyam. But still, more kind than Krishna. So in this way, Krishna liberated even great demons also. So Krishna killed so many demons. Krishna performed so many pastimes with the Brajavasis, with the Gopas and Gopis. Also was taking care of cows as a responsible cowhead boy, teaching all of us how important is cow protection. And Krishna lifted Govardhan mountain, and Krishna played with all Brajavasis. The speciality of Govardhan Leela is that during Krishna's pastimes, you see that sometimes some devotees, some Brajavasis are in separation from Krishna. Early in the morning, Mother Yashoda packs Krishna's bag, lunch bag, and decorates Krishna nicely and sends Krishna to the forest. At that time, Mother Yashoda is in great separation from Krishna, because whole night he was there at home, but early morning Krishna is leaving from home. Mother Yashoda feels so much separation from Krishna. When Krishna is just going from home, Mother Yashoda looks at him and says, Krishna, Krishna, stop, stop. And then Yashoda runs behind Krishna and says, Krishna, your waist belt is not tied properly. Let me just adjust it. And after a while, Mother Yashoda, then she adjusts, and then Krishna moves ahead. Then again, Mother Yashoda calls, Krishna, Krishna, stop, stop. Then Mother Yashoda just runs towards Krishna and then adjusts his peacock feather. Okay, it's not tucked properly. Let me just adjust it. So in this way, Mother Yashoda, out of separation from Krishna, is constantly calling Krishna back home. But finally, Krishna says, Yashoda Mata, you please be here. Let me just go ahead. So in this way, Krishna gives his company to Mother Yashoda during the night time, but early morning he will leave. And whole day Krishna was with the cows and the gopas. And in the night time, he is with Yashoda Mata, Nanda Maharaj, and other family members and the Dasya Bhaktas of Nanda Maharaj's home. And what about the younger gopis like Radharani, Lalita, Vishakha and all? They get to see Krishna when Krishna is going to the forest and coming back from the forest while playing flute. But Krishna thought, I want to give my association to all my devotees, all the devotees at once, simultaneously. So with that intention, with that desire, Krishna lifted Govardhan, and all the Vrajavasis came under Govardhan, and Krishna for 7 continuous days, 7 by 24, he enjoyed pastimes with all of them together. So these are some pastimes of Krishna, and Krishna also performed Rasa Leela. Krishna danced with all the younger gopis of Vrindavan at the age of 8. He was 8-year-old boy at that time. And later Krishna went to Mathura and killed Kamsa. And Krishna also went to Sandipani Muni's school, shaved his head and learned 64 arts in 64 days. And Krishna also kidnapped Rukmini Devi and married her. And Krishna also subdued 7 strong bulls, and he married Nagnajiti, another princess. And Krishna also wanted to satisfy Satyabhama Devi and brought Parijata tree for her from heavenly planets. And Krishna also killed Narakasur, who is also called Bhaumasur, and established his son as the king of Pragjyotishapura. And Krishna also rescued 16,100 girls, princesses, and married them. Okay, that's how Krishna protected them. And Krishna also enabled some of his devotees to kill some demoniac people. He personally killed so many demons, but Krishna did not kill Jarasandha. He empowered Bhima to kill Jarasandha. Krishna did not kill Kalayavana. He empowered his devotee named Muchukunda to kill Kalayavana. In this way, Krishna empowers his devotees also, and especially Kurukshetra war. Krishna empowered Arjuna to kill so many chief warriors in the Kurukshetra battle. And finally, Krishna enacted this Maushala Leela, or like, it is a very long story. How much time do we have now? Okay, let me just speak. Like Samba and Krishna's sons. Are you able to hear me? Is it clear? My voice is clear?
You're breaking up a lot.
Hmm? Oh, maybe because of internet. I think I'll share this story later. It's already 8:23. Uh, we will uh, we will discuss the story of this picture, how Krishna disappeared from the planet in the next class, right in the beginning, and then we'll conclude that, and we will start the next story. Okay. Now I'll open up for any questions, or you want to share any important lesson or some aspect of today's class? Uh, anyone here? What's your favorite lesson in today's class? Lesson or any aspect? Today's is mostly. Yes, Arjun.
Rosie, I liked your point where you said like when like in the state of spiritual consciousness, like even if it's like a difficult situation, you can perceive like Krishna's hand guiding it, like you, like how Vidra did when Duryodhana.
Yes, you got the most important lesson. Next, Arush.
I have a question. So whenever Krishna gets in a new form, does he get new parents each time?
Through parents only. Krishna can just appear just like that. And sometimes he can manifest through parents also. As Kapila, he came out of Mother Devahuti's womb. Kardama Muni was his father. So sometimes the Lord appears through parents, sometimes the Lord can just manifest. Like for example, Kurma avatar is there. The big gigantic tortoise avatar. So there he just came like that. Okay, fine. Next, Sia.
I like that how at the beginning you talked about how two people can perceive like the same event negatively or positively, and also like, and it might be different from what it actually is based on their morals and stuff.
Yes, very good. Tulasi.
I liked how you talked about Krishna's beauty, and you said that how no ornaments can make Krishna like more beautiful, like he's beautiful as he is himself, and Krishna himself is like an ornament of all ornaments, and Krishna's like beauty beautifies
Yes.
like your heart. It cleans out all like the specks of like lust, anger, greed.
Yes. Thank you. Next, Tulasi.
I like how you described that Krishna doesn't have like birth or death. It's kind of like the setting sun and like the rising sun. And I also like how Sia said like based on your consciousness you can see negative things in positive ways or like positive things in negative ways.
Jai. Amazing. Arush.
So then one thing I liked is what we were talking like what demons Krishna killed with what weapons and all.
Krishna doesn't use any weapons in Vrindavan. With his mere hands or legs or feet, he would just kill so many demons. Because in Vrindavan, Krishna's form and Krishna's activities are filled with sweetness, innocence, and grace. But in Dwaraka, Krishna's form and activities are filled with majesty, opulence, grandeur. So Vrindavan is not a place of displaying some majesty and royal grandeur. Yes, Vrindavan is grand in its own way, in its own sweet way. But Vrindavan is mainly known for its innocence and sweetness and simplicity. Okay. Shaurya.
I
Yes,
liked
Shaurya.
how you explained how Krishna uses other people and empowers them and makes them more powerful when he doesn't in order to defeat demons. In some cases, if he's not able to do it,
Yes.
or he doesn't want to do it, then he will empower one of his devotees or somebody who respects him to fight that demon for him. So he's basically turning a devotee into a hero, and not just a devotee, but he's also a hero now that he's defeated a demon.
Yes, excellent. So Krishna is not like a greedy performer. Okay, sometimes we have some greed. I only have to do everything. I will only do this. I will only do that. So we kind of sideline people, are suppressed people, are oppressed people, or dominate people, right? We want to be in the front line sometimes. But Krishna is not like an insecure person. He would encourage others the way they deserve, and he relishes. Just like parents become very happy when children become successful. Similarly, Krishna also becomes very happy when his devotees, who are like his children, they become successful. Okay. So when you excel in whatever you are doing, that gives great pleasure to your parents. Krishna is our supreme father, supreme mother. Therefore, he becomes happy. He rejoices when his devotees perform some unimaginable, inconceivable deeds. Okay. Thank you very much. Arush, you have something to say? Any questions or comments?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay, fine. Thank you very much, children. Next week we'll meet again and we'll discuss another interesting story, more story. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.